What's up, YouTube? It's the Big Kahuna back again with another video, and I'd like to give a shout out to Calvin Brennan, Prince, Raw D, Shadow Gamers, and a special shout out to Dr. Doom XP. Now, just last night, Dr. Doom XP and I was in a party chat, and he had asked me which one do I think he should do, digital or go straightly disc-based games. Now, my opinion is I like digital, but digital wouldn't be for everyone. That's why some people had a hard deal with the whole DRM thing. They didn't want to go digital. They want to be able to trade their games and get some value out of their games by putting it towards other games and stuff like that. But I simply told Dr. Doom XP that it all depends on what you want out of your gaming. So for instance, say you're a person who plays games, and once you finish them, you're just done with them. You don't go back to revisit the game unless it has multiplayer. Or say you're just a single player type person, in which case you finish the game and then you're done with it. Then disc-based games would be great for you, because then after you're done with it, you could take it back to GameStop and trade it in to get another game, or trade a whole ton of them to get another game, because when you go to GameStop, they're going to have that condom on when they bending you over, screwing you. And by the way, if you're going to trade your games in, instead of trading your games in, try to find a friend or somebody to sell it to, because you can get more value that way instead of just selling it to GameStop. And I really don't want to shut GameStop down by any means, because there are innocent people who work there who are trying to make a living, but at the same time, like I said, they put that condom on and they screw you. But so I just wanted to put this little video together and showing Dr. Doom XP and people who are on the fence about whether they should go digital or they should go disc-based. Now, I'm digital myself. I love digital. I don't have to get up and go through case after case getting games. If I'm in a game and I'm in a party chat, my friends say, hey, we're about to play this game, I can just go straight to the other game without having to go look for the game by just giving voice commands. And yes, I know there's people who don't care about the voice commands, but I love the voice commands. But if you don't want to do voice commands, still, you can just go right onto your hard drive and go straight to the game instead of fumbling through cases to find games. And also, I like to interject the fact that because I don't sell my games, I don't trade my games in, this is what happened when I had the 360. These are all 360 games, all this. So there's probably somewhere close to 90, maybe 100 games in here. And my sons, they all play these games. So now, you'll see, for instance, Xbox, go home. Pins. Now, stop listening. Now, as you can see right here on my pins, all this content, there's some TV shows, and yeah, it's basically a couple TV shows, 1, 2, 3, and that's pretty much it. And the rest of this stuff is nothing but games and other apps and stuff like that, but most of this stuff is nothing but games. So I won't have any disc-based games. I only have 3 disc-based games, and here they are. But the rest of my games are are on my disk, on my hard drive. I'm sorry. So, other than these 3 disc-based games for the XB1, I will not buy another disc-based game. They will all be digital. Xbox, select. Home. Okay, stop listening. Okay, so see, I'm back home. So say, and this is for the people, like I said, who are on the fence about whether they should purchase digital or disc-based games. There's nothing wrong with disc-based games if you want to trade them in. And like I said, by all means, you should sell them to a friend before you take them to GameStop. But if you happen to go to GameStop, that may work for you so you can purchase another game. But also take in mind, you might be selling 10, 15, maybe 20 games just to get one game, which is crazy. It's insane. I will never trade in another game ever. That's why you will see things like this, and why you will probably see, by the time this XB1 gets to the end of its life cycle, you'll probably see 2 hard drives hooked up to this thing, because it will be filled up with nothing but games. So, like I said, I'm getting ready to play a game. I go to a game, and then my friends say, "Hey, Kahuna, we're all going to jump on this game. Won't you jump on this game with us?" This is why I like digital. So, for those people who are on the fence, once again, pay attention. Now, you can also do this with the PS4. But, on the PS4, when you use voice commands, but most people don't use voice commands, they just usually use their controller and go to it. But you can use voice commands. But if you use voice commands, you basically say PlayStation, the little menu will pop up, then you say whatever the name of the game is. You don't say go to the game, you just say whatever the name of the game is. It'll pop up, and then whatever you was doing previously, it will say, do you want to shut this app down, yes or no? You say yes, then it'll go to that game. Then if you want to go to the next game, it'll do the same thing. Do you want to shut down this app, yes or no? And then you say yes or no, and then it'll just go to that game or not. But on the XB1, it's a little different. It's a little faster, because you just call out what you want to go to, and that's it. So, demonstration of why, to me, in my opinion, I like digital better. Xbox, go to Titanfall. Xbox, go to Battlefield 4. Xbox, go to Forza 5 Motorsports. My bad. Xbox, go to Forza Motorsport 5. If you don't say it right, it's not going to go there. Xbox, go to Killer Instinct. This is why I prefer digital. This is one reason why I prefer digital over disc. Number one, I'm not going to go fumbling through this big case looking for games, even though these are 360 games. I'm not going to go through a big case looking through, the case looking for these games. And I know that some people like to have physical things because it's, I guess it's some type of sentimental thing, like I have something that's in my possession. But I would rather just do it this way. Xbox, go home. Friends. Item 1. So see, and now we're back to here. So, that is the reason why I prefer digital. I will not have to go through any cases, and in case of the XB1, all I have to do is say, go to this game, go here, go there, and it just goes there. Saves a lot of time. Also, let me talk about features and, things of that nature. People always say, this is a fact, this is a fact. Usually a lot of fanboy type stuff. Now, if you're saying it's a fact that the XB1 is better than the PlayStation 4, or it's a fact that the PlayStation 4 is better than the XB1. That's all based on one's opinion. Now, if I come out and say it's a fact that the PlayStation is a little bit more powerful than the Xbox One, that would be true. If I say that the XB1 has more features than the PlayStation, that would also be true. But PlayStation does have a feature that would be nice if they added it to the XB1, since they actually sell the XB1 without the camera. Not that I think they would ever do it, because then it would be like, if they did it, Microsoft, or not Microsoft, but the customer would be like, well, why do I need a Kinect now if I can do this the way Sony is doing their voice command? On the case of PlayStation, you don't actually need the camera to do voice commands. You can actually use the headset. Just put the headset on and do the voice commands that way. Now, they don't have many voice commands to do, but you can use the headset. So, if they were to do this for the bundle without the Kinect, that would be a good feature. But I really don't think they'll do that, because if they did that, then most people would be like, well, what's the point of me having the camera? I mean, the camera does other things besides voice commands. You can use your hand to navigate the menus and things like that also. And I have done it just in case, somebody's sleeping and I don't want to wake them up. I use my hands or whatever. But that would be a nice feature. Plus, it has the camera, so if you're doing Twitch and stuff like that, you're not going to be doing that with the headset. But I'm just saying, if they brought this feature to the XB1, then they wouldn't have to do all these other updates to make it easier by using the controller to get through the guide, snap features, and things like that. They could just use the headset just like, PlayStation 4. So for the people who are on the Microsoft side who didn't know this, yes, you do not need the camera to do voice controls for the PlayStation 4. You can just use the headset. Not that it has that many commands, but yes, you can use the headset, and that is pretty nice. But as I always say, fanboys don't like their favorite system. They just hate yours. Peace out.